Hey guys, it's your good buddy Dave from Kart Speed. And I don't care if you are super smart with tires, or you're amazing at chassis dynamics, or if you just started racing, or you've been racing for many years, okay? You know, the number one thing, none of that stuff matters if you don't diagnose the problem with the go-kart correctly. If it's on the track and it's having an issue, if you diagnose it wrong, then you're going to make the wrong call with tires. You're going to make the wrong call with the chassis adjustment. And I know a lot of junior drivers have problems communicating, what the go-kart's doing. But also, even with professional drivers, when you're racing and you're out there and you're driving, that's a highly stressful environment. Things are happening really fast. And a lot of times, whether it's a junior driver or a professional driver, they only either remember what happened the worst or what happened last. Okay? This is where using a Smarty Cam is highly effective. Okay? And let me show you why. Check it out. Okay, so right now I got Race Studio 3 open. On all the way to the left, I got the top graph is a speed trace, how the go-kart's losing speed and gaining speed throughout a lap. And then on the bottom graph, I have a lateral G trace, which shows where the go-kart's building grip and losing grip throughout the whole lap. Now, to kind of give you some backstory, this is the Christmas at Kinley race at Tri-County Kartway a couple years ago. And Jack is in qualifying, and from the outside looking at the go-kart jumps loose at the apex of turns 1 and 2. And when Jack comes off the racetrack, the first thing he immediately says is, the go-kart's really loose around 1 and 2. If we can get that fixed and tighten it up, I think we'll be way faster. And I agreed with him. I said, yeah, it looks really loose. So we go back to the trailer, and we start talking about adjustments we can make to add bite to the go-kart. Now, before we did that, we said, okay, well, let's stop and let's pull the Smarty Cam footage and look at some of the data. And this is what we noticed. So going into turn 1 where the problem is, okay, and let me say, this is the cool thing about a Smarty Cam, is it has the video over here on the right, and it's linked the video to your Micron data. So wherever I put the cursor on the graph is where it puts the video at. So it's highly useful. So we're going to come down to turn 1 here. Okay, and let's take a look at him riding through turn 1. All right, so I stopped at where it broke loose at, and you can see him take a lot of steering wheel out of it, okay? And you can see the go-kart lose a lot of speed. But did you notice what happened right before it broke loose? Let's back it up real quick. Look how much steering wheel he's having to put into it. And look how long he's having to put into it. And when he starts putting steering wheel in it, look how the speed drops out of the go-kart. And then eventually, it pops loose on him. So after seeing this, me and Jack immediately said, we don't have a loose problem. The go-kart's pushing. Now that day, the track was a little bit wetter, and it didn't have as much grip in the racetrack. So instead of making adjustments to bind the go-kart down, we actually decided to drop cross and help the go-kart unload the left rear more because it didn't have enough right front grip. Once we did that, he went out in the first race, and he was the fastest on the racetrack. All right? So, and again, this is, how you can use technology to your advantage. Guys, if you decide you want to invest into a Smarty Cam, we have them in stock. You can get them at kartspeedsolutions.com, or you can message us on Facebook. Take it easy, guys.